Right, Gaffer, well, another really pleasing result against QPR to reflect upon. Now the dust has settled and a few days have passed, what pleased you most?
Just the attitude of the lads was fantastic. You know, the work ethic was brilliant. The character under real difficult periods of that second half, the way they stood up to it, and that togetherness they showed again was brilliant.
How pleased are you with the consistency with our performances of late? Because even if the result hasn't gone our way, the players don't seem to be dropping below the standards they've set themselves now.
Yeah, and they're driving that on themselves. You know, every day in training is very competitive, which is what I wanted and is what I want. And you know, the performances from the start of the season have all been good in my opinion, apart from a couple. You know, without getting them results. So yeah, we're getting the results at the moment, which is really pleasing. But you know, the hard work is there week in, week out, day in, day out on the training field, and that's why things are going okay.
The joint best defensive record in the division. Now, on the face of it, it's easy to lump praise on the back line for a stat like that, but can you tell us a bit about how everyone has a part to play in achieving that?
Yeah, it's a group effort. You know, it's a group effort, and you know that comes from the forward players and down to the midfield players, and then obviously the back five and Big John. You know, and again, it's just work on the training field day in, day out. They all know their jobs, their responsibilities, and they're driving each other through that now. If someone's not in a position they should be, they're helping out, they're filling in, or they're shouting them back in. So. Yeah, it's a group effort, and there's a lot of hard work going on behind the scenes. Obviously, Keith Downing is a fantastic coach, a defensive coach as well, which he's done all his career as well. So he's helping the group individually and collectively. So we're very fortunate to have Keith here as well. So yeah, it's a group effort.
When you have nights like Friday and results like they have been in the last few weeks, how important is it to stay grounded and remain level-headed when you go through a good run?
It is, of course, and this championship is ruthless. You know, it's game after game, Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, whenever the days are. So you don't get time really to enjoy the wins, but you know it's very, very important that you don't get carried away with them wins as well. You know, 2 wins can get you up to the top 6, 2 defeats in a row can put you in the bottom 3 or 4. So it's just important that we just keep consistent in our performances, be as competitive as we can. No one's getting carried away with anything at the moment, and we just keep working hard.
4 of these 5 games that go into the international break are played at St Andrews, home games for us. Do you see that as an advantage, given how the atmosphere was on Friday night?
Well, yeah, it should be. It's our home, you know. It should be an advantage, and the way the fans have been from day one since we've come in have been brilliant. But that Friday night, it was something special. You know, it was really pleasing to see the fans right behind us from day one. From the kickoff, and you know the way I love the UB40 song at the end with Food for Thought. You know, it's an anthem from the Blues fans. You know, I know they hum that song, so we wanted to play that whenever any good times are here at the at St Andrews, and to get that pumped up at the end was brilliant, and you could see the atmosphere was great.
Is the onus on the crowd to lift the players, or do the players get them going as well? Does it work both ways?
Yeah, I think it's both ways. You know, the way we started the game, the fans are right behind them players, and you know they kind of they dragged that ball into the net. You know, we trust his corner. You know, so you know, yeah, no. Listen, we've got to. My job is to try and produce a team that the fans are very proud of, that want to come to St Andrews week in, week out, and support. And you know, I said that from day one. The only way we're going to do anything this year is if we're connected, the fans and the players. And I think at the moment we are. And you know, I want that to get even better and stronger. And we've got to play a massive part in doing that by our performances.
You spoke about the decision to bring Hannibal off when you did on Friday. How fine a balance is that when you speak to him and you have those chats with him? Because presumably you don't want to take that edge away from him because it lessens him as a player. So is it a fine balance to achieve with him?
It is. Listen, Hannah's a fantastic player, really plays on the edge. His personality he brings on that pitch is something very special. So, you know, I'm certainly not going to change anything about that. He'll get better with experience. I think that's maybe his 4th game in a row now at this level. So it's all new challenges, new experiences for him, which he's doing brilliant. So, listen, he was good for an hour. Brought him off. Bakuna came on. He was fantastic as well. So, you know, it's all about his learning and development.
Millwall next up. They've been on a good run before their defeat to Huddersfield at the weekend. What challenge do they present for us?
A really, really tough challenge. You know, a very good manager in Gary. You know, loads of experience, and an excellent manager. A real good, experienced team they've got there. I think they're 6th in the league as well, so we know that it's going to be an extremely tough game.
Yeah, you mentioned Gary Rowett there, been at the club for 3 years and been given and allowed the time to build that core of a squad to make a competitive outfit. Is that the sort of stability that required here? We talk about being a work in progress. Is that the sort of time it can take to really mould a side?
Yeah, of course it can. Yeah, everything that's successful takes time. You know, nothing's given to you in the short term. You have to work at it. You know, and it's all about building a fantastic environment, building players, developing players, and getting that good atmosphere around the football club. You know, so to do that, it does take time, and that's something that I want here. That's something that I want to build here. I want to build a real competitive football club that will be challenging in the end to get into that Premier League. But again, it's as long as you're given time, that can happen. And you know, we've got a group of players here who are willing to learn, who are willing to develop, and yeah.
On the injury front, a bit of positive news on Mark Roberts for us.
Yeah, brilliant. He was back involved today. He trained with the group today, so hopefully we can get an under-23s game sorted for him at the end of the week. And you know, he could be in contention possibly at the end of next week for the Sunderland game, possibly.
And in terms of the rest, is it bumps and bruises with games coming as thick and fast as they are?
Yeah, there's a few on the medical bed over the weekend. You know, the impact of that game was huge. You know, they were throwing the bodies on the line, defending the box for their lives. So yeah, there's a few bumps and bruises. So we'll assess that in the morning and pick the team from there.
Best of luck on Wednesday.
Thank you.